Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and I am going to do this video by myself because we're going to talk about K-dramas. And I love K-dramas. If you've watched our show, you know I watch them all the time. I love them. They're my go-to. I do watch some C-dramas and I have watched some other ones, but K-dramas is usually where you'll find me focused my attention on. And people often ask me, well, what are some good ones to watch? Well, I'm going to give you a list of some good ones. Now, of course, these aren't all the ones that are good. These aren't all the ones that I've watched that are good. I'm sure I'm forgetting several. But this is a really quick list for those who might be wanting to see, like, what should I check out? What are the good ones to spend my time on? Or waste your time on, depending on who you ask. But these are some really good ones. Now, there are a lot of ones coming out this year. I don't have them on the list because if they're not completed or I haven't started watching them yet, I'm not going to tell you to watch them. But I know there's several I already have on my list that I want to watch, but I only have so much time in the day. So here are some ones that I recommend for various reasons. We're going to start off with Extraordinary Attorney Woo. Highly recommend this one. This one is really, really, really good. It's so good it's getting a second season. Basically, it's a lawyer with autism. And it sounds like, okay, but it's actually really, really, really good. And I cannot stress how good this one is. So I recommend this one. Like one of the first ones pop in my head when people ask for something to watch. If you're going to start out with a one, and this is more of the genre you like, I would recommend this one. Along the same lines of this one is Divorce Attorney Shin, which is also very, very good. He doesn't have autism, but there are other elements about it that, you know, it's very interesting and heartfelt and family oriented, and it doesn't sound like you're like, oh, is this a divorce attorney? It doesn't sound good, but it's not. It's really, really good. It's like there's all these different little stories about different people and why they want to get divorced, and you know why he does what he does ultimately leads to the ending episodes. Really, really good. I recommend it. I just finished that one not long ago. It's new this year, so you can check that one out. Another one that I absolutely love, and it's going to tie into a new one, is Tale of the NineTailed. It is really good. I like this one a lot. It's a nine-tailed fox. He's trying to find his mate who was human, and he's working basically for this underworld office to try to pay off his debt so they could reincarnate her. And so it's really good. There's a mystery with it, everything else. That being said, now we have the new one, Tale of the NineTailed 1938, which is a sequel yet prequel. It's hard to explain, but it's really good. I actually think this one is better than the first one, but I'd watch the first one first so it makes more sense because they're both really good. But this one's just fun. Like, I'm having a lot of fun watching this one. They're both very action-oriented. A lot of the shows I tend to gravitate to are rom-coms or action. If they're both, that's even better. And I also do a lot of, sometimes I'll do like the ones that are like the ghosty type things. But this one, I'm only up to, I think, episode 6. But it's really, really good. It's not all complete yet. So that's why I am recommending when it's not complete. And I hope they don't drop the ball at the end. But so far, you can tell the cast is having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun watching it. I recommend those two completely. Now this one's a little sadder, but I like it a lot. It's Tomorrow. Basically, this guy is in a coma, and he has to work with this group of Grim Reapers that basically they work with a crisis management team with people. They try to stop people from committing suicide. It sounds really depressing, and sometimes it is. Sometimes it's sad, but it's really good. So I recommend watching that one as well. I'm going to say these are all really good, but some of them are better than others. If You Wish Upon Me, another tearjerker one, but it's really good. And I'm going to keep saying that because it is. This one is, this guy, he's kind of like, he's had a rough life. He's kind of been a thug, and there's money involved that he'd been in jail for and stuff. And he ends up working at a hospice situation and having to help other people. And he's got a puppy that's sick and all kinds of other stuff. You will cry 100% with this one, but it's really good. So those ones that stick with you for a long time, makes you think. I love this one a lot. I also just adore him. So, you know, he's going to come up a lot. I also recommend K2. He's in that one. We're going to talk about other ones. He's in now, like The Sound of Magic, which is also very good. It's different. It's very different. It's a musical. It's just really, really interesting. And I really liked it quite a bit. He's a magician, but there's a girl, there's like a high school girl, and she thinks his magic is real. And then it brings the question is what's real, what's not. And it's really good. So I recommend that one also with him because I just love him. What how you say his name? Ji Chong Wook. They call him Wookie or whatever. I love him. He's in this one too, which is Backstreet Rookie, which is more fun. It's just more of a fun slice of life type one. He owns a convenience store. She has the hots for him and has convinced herself she's going to end up with him and then works there, but she was kind of a delinquent. And he's got a girlfriend who's a bitch. You know, the typical story. There's always another woman. This one isn't the case, but usually there's a rich guy and someone ends up in the hospital. Usually that you can always count on those things. Hospital does, come into this one, but it was pretty good. Business Proposal. This one's funny. I think the ending is abrupt. I think the ending is abrupt on this one. It's really good, but the ending kind of just it just ends. I think this was based on a webtoon, I want to say. I think that one was. It was good, though. It's funny. It's funny. And then the one with the NineTailed, 1938. There's a scene with the baby. I'm not going to ruin it for you if you watch it. But when the baby flips the guy off, I just about died. Anyway, Bad and Crazy. This is a really fun one. It's action. It's interesting because I don't want to ruin too much about it, but he's a cop. But he's kind of a corrupt cop. I mean, he lets things, he's not really corrupt so much as he lets things go that he shouldn't let go because he's trying to advance and get himself moved up the chain. And then this other character shows up that keeps thwarting that. And it's interesting who the character turns out to be. And I can't tell you who it is or it ruins it, so I'm not going to do that. But it's very fun. I like that one quite a bit. It was a lot of fun, but it's very action-oriented, and it has a mystery to it. It's fun. Boys Over Flowers is the quintessential K-drama that everybody's kind of like, I started with Boys Over Flowers. Recommend it because you have to watch. It's dated now. I mean, it was 2009, so it's pretty old. But it was fun, and it's a good one to start with. Now, I personally prefer, I've seen all the different live-action versions of it. I like Meteor Garden, the Chinese version, the best, personally. My daughter prefers the Japanese anime. I like Boys Over Flowers. She prefers the Korean one, too. I prefer that one. I prefer the Chinese one. She prefers the Korean one. But they're both very good. Meteor Garden, the only problem with Chinese shows is they kind of go really, really long and they drag it out and they add a lot more to it. But the two, I like it better. But this one's definitely worth checking out once. Also, since the one guy that was in Boys Over Flowers is King the Eternal Monarch, it's pretty good. It has a story you're trying to figure out a mystery. There's like two different worlds, like alternate dimension type thing. It's when the person crossed between the two. It's pretty interesting. So I recommend that one. The Ghost Doctors one, people don't even mention very often. And I watched this one on a whim, and it's really, really, really cool. I like it. It's like, again, it's not really a romantic drama. It's more like just a drama in general. It's like this one guy can see ghosts, and the one doctor he's put in a coma from an accident, and the only one that can see him or hear him is the intern. And the intern is book smart, but doesn't know how to do the actual like surgeries and stuff because because he ghosts, so it would always freak him out, and he didn't want to tell anybody because they think he was crazy. So he has to get possessed by the surgeon to do stuff, and then you have to find out how to wake the surgeon up. It's really good. You have to watch it. It's good. No one really mentions it too much, but I recommend that one. I found it to be a lot of fun. Then these ones are other ones that people like a lot. It was What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, and it was pretty good. I liked it. It was a lot of these were going to be like webtoons that were turned into shows. I tend to lean that way for whatever reason. Probably come from a webcomic background myself, but it's a lot of fun. People like that one quite a bit. She's a secretary. It kind of reminds me somewhat of 2 Weeks Notice, but there's like another story underneath running throughout the whole thing. But it kind of reminds me of 2 Weeks Notice. That's what it reminded me of. And then she's in this one, Love and Contract, which is a new one, where she basically rents herself out to be a wife to people. Not like in the regards of like she sleeps with them, but it's like a platonic thing. But she goes in, and for people who need a spouse for one reason or another, for situations, she pretends to be their wife. And that was this one. It was actually pretty good. I liked it quite a bit. Doom at Your Service. That's another one I liked. It was from a couple years ago. He basically is the personification of Doom. She's dying, and there's a whole story between the two of them. And it's actually pretty good. I recommend that one. This one's fun. This is another one of those like haunted ones that don't really have like a lot of romance in them. They're just a good show. Sell Your Haunted House is one of those shows. She's like a medium, and he's like her assistant, and they go around, getting rid of ghosts in people's houses so they can sell their homes. But there's like, of course, as always, there's an overarching story throughout all the episodes too that you have to finish and complete to send her mom off. So they talk about that one. That one's pretty good. This is another one that's brought up a lot. Guardian, the Lonely and Great God, very good. Do recommend that one if you get a chance to check it out. It's basically, this guy's been cursed. He lives for a long time, but he's waiting for his human bride to like set him free, kind of thing. It's actually pretty good. It has a good ending, but it doesn't go the way you think it's gonna go. I'll leave it at that. I like this one too. This one's fun. I like the NineTailed Fox ones quite a bit. My roommate is a Gumiho, I think is how you say it. I liked it a lot. It was a lot of fun. He was like he's a NineTailed Fox, and he's running out of time to turn human. He wants to turn human, and she accidentally gets his fox bead, and then he can't take it out right away, and he's trying to see if she's the one to break the curse. It's fun. I like that one quite a bit. True Beauty, that's another webtoon. You might see the books out at Walmart. They're starting to put them out in print. Now, the show is different than the webcomic because the webcomic went on a lot longer than the show. So they do give you an ending in the show that's not going to be exactly the same as the webcomic. But it's fun. It's good. I like it. I would recommend it. It's a cute one. It's about a girl who it's supposed to be unattractive without makeup. But then she learns how to do makeup, and it makes her really pretty, but no one knows that she truly doesn't look like that, which, I guess is weird when you think about it because you'd see the makeup on people, but you see it all the time on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram where people do these makeup things where they look nothing like they did before they put the makeup on. And that's the case here. And her always being worried someone's going to see her actual face. Now, the one character does see her actual face throughout the thing, and he likes her either way. That's cool. So I liked it quite a bit. Another one that people bring up a lot that's fun is the Bring It On Ghost, which is basically this one guy's working as an exorcist, and then he meets this one girl who she's not really a ghost, but then they fight ghosts. It's good. I recommend it. And the last one I'm going to bring up is another one that's kind of like ghost related. It's Missing on the Other Side. It's from a couple years ago, I think, 2020, so 3 years ago almost. Basically, this guy gets in an accident, and so he can see this town that's there that exists for the people whose bodies haven't been found and they're missing. There's this town that, no one else can see, but he and this other man can see it. Probably because they have unresolved business, or also because he had a hit in the head or whatever. But there's ghosts in there, and they have to solve what happened to these people so they can move on. It was also very good. So there's a list of some to start with. I know I have many, many more that I probably could recommend, but that should get you started. If you know of some ones that are really good, please post it in the comments. I'll take a look at it. There's a lot I try to watch. There's a bunch I want to watch that are new ones that look really good. I just have to have time to watch them. So please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Sorry, I yelled loudly.
That's okay. I got the limiter on.
Okay. So
you can tell
Geeky setting?
Yeah, you can
Wait,
tell.
really? It automatically limits it when I yell?
It does. When the pitch gets too high, it does. Sometimes if you sound like all robotic, it's because it's bringing the decibels down.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.